Hi, I'm Franz Stanton Israel, and in this video I'll be doing one of the labs in penetration testing. So in this video I'm gonna do the lab 7, which is hands-on exploitation. So in this video I'm gonna use two machines. We're gonna use Kali to exploit the Windows machine. So we'll go to Kali and we'll open a terminal. So in here we're gonna set a toolkit. Then our attack will be social engineering attack. So we'll select one. Then we're gonna create a payload and a, and a listener. So the payload will be open at the web browser. It will be a executable file which the Windows user will open at the web browser. It will be so to create. We'll select 4. So and then the type of payload will be a Windows Reverse TCP interpreter. So select 2. Then the payload is asking for the listener's IP address, so which is the localhost. So we'll open another terminal. We'll determine the IP address of this Kali machine. So if config. So the IP address is 10.0.0.31. So we'll type the IP address here 10.31. Then we'll also set the port, which is 8080. Then it will be generating the payload. So we will not select the payload, so we'll just press no. The payload is actually exported to a default directory, which is under the root payload. Let me see. But we're gonna create the payload at the here in the desktop so that we could easily find the payload executable file. So we'll go to the terminal. I'll just clear this one. So here, to be able to create the payload on the desktop, we're gonna move the payload. So root dot set payload xe to root desktop. So it's gonna be moved to the desktop. So the payload is already moved here in the desktop. So next, we're gonna go to metasploit console. So msf console. So we're gonna just set aside. So these are the so here we're gonna configure our payload, the localhost and local port. So we're gonna exploit the multi handler. The use exploit multi handler. Then we're gonna set the payload. So set payload, which is Windows better reverse TCP. So the payload is Windows better. Then we're gonna set the local host, which is our IP address of this machine. So localhost 1.0.0.0.31. Then we're also gonna set the local port. So port, which the port we're gonna use is 880. Then we're gonna exploit. Then this payload we're gonna put it in our HTML folder so that it will be open at the web browser of that file will be able to be open through the web browser by accessing our IP. So we'll just copy this one. We'll just cut this one. We'll go to files, computer, or the HTML. So we'll just delete this one. This is an old payload. So paste. So to be able to this payload to run through the start to the web browser of the Windows, we'll execute the payload to start. So we'll open new terminal. So service patch start. So this will run the payload. We should be able to run the payload at by opening the web browser to our IP address. So actually we could set the domain name for the IP address, but we'll just use the IP address. So here in Windows, we open the web browser. So we'll just type example if the Windows user is want to go to a website, or actually we're in our website, so we'll just use the IP address. So try to access the website of our computer. So enter. Then as you could see, the file is attached on that website. So sometimes it's just an picture, or that the user will be tricked like it's like a Trojan virus. So once the user clicks on the file, it will run the executable file. But for this machine, we won't be able to run this file because the Windows Defender is trying to scan, and actually it's been detected by the Windows Defender and deleted directly the file. So one trick this one is once you can send any file which actually is a payload. Once it is run by the the user of the other machine, you can exploit the his machine. So that's it for this video, and thank you.